What's up, guys? Sean here from Srkcycles.com. We have a 2007 Honda Goldwing. Let's take it for a spin. I'm very excited to take it for a spin. We asked Asher just today, we're like, Asher, what bike did you not think you were gonna love, but then you ended up loving? And we knew what he was gonna say. He's like, the Goldwing. Of course you love the Goldwing. They're great. Everyone loves the Goldwing. This one's got nav. Alright, guys, Proverbs. I keep on forgetting to write the verses on these things. Proverbs 28, verse unknown. The wicked flee when no one is pursuing, but the righteous are bold as a lion. Ooh, I love these Goldwing seats, man. They have like, it's like a, they got like their own like built-in lumbar. It's like your own little bucket seat inside there. My wife calls it bucketed seat. I just don't know if that's right. I think it's bucket. It's bucket seat, woman. It's bucket seat. All right. So one of the best things about these Goldwings is how well they handle. It is a big bike. It is a big, intimidating bike. But these things just throw it down in the corners. They feel amazing. And the 1800 boxer engine is just, they last forever. And they've got great all-around power, just everywhere you give it gas, it just feels awesome. Little cup holder. I hate these grips. Why does everyone put these stupid grips on every single bike? Have you guys ever heard of, what do they call it? Dark side? Is that what they call it? Dark side? Black side? Dark side? It's what they call it when you put a car tire on the back of a Goldwing. We had a car tire on the back of one of our Goldwings. I did a video about it. And I remember when we had that, Tim came up to me and he's like, Tim's a Goldwing guy. And Tim's like, you know, it's got a car tire on the back. You know what they call that, right? I'm like, what? He's like, it's called the dark side. You know, like it was like this like secret like mission, like you need to watch out. You need to watch out, Sean. That's not something you want to be messing with. They call that the dark side for a reason. And I wrote it. I thought it was fine. Now it was not as nimble as this is. But when you're getting like, when you're extending the life of your tire like 5 or 6 times, and you're doing a lot of highway, which is mostly just straight up and down, you know what I mean? It was pretty awesome. It's a pretty cool hack if you ask me. This bike runs so good. We did have it cleaned up and detailed and buffed, so it's got a little bit of like that like slime on the plastic, which I hate that. Kind of grosses me out, but it does look really good. Check out the walk around video if you guys are interested in this bike. So here's the reason why occasionally someone will come up to me and be like, I've always wanted a Goldwing. I've been riding Harley for a long time and I've always wanted a Goldwing. And that happens all the time, but then sometimes people will ride the Goldwing and there's one thing about the Goldwing that these people don't like. Now keep in mind, most people like this. Not majority of people like this. This is just what the Goldwing is. I think people go, those people go into the Goldwing not really having a full idea of what it is. And they go into, and this is the problem. This is the issue with them. They don't like the way the ergonomics of how they sit, how their legs sit. They get off a Harley, they thought it was gonna be like a cruiser bike. They thought you're gonna be sitting like this with your feet over above the mirrors. They didn't realize the Goldwing's a sport bike. Goldwing's the baddest, biggest sport bike. Oh, you got a 1000? I got an 18 Hondo. You got speakers in your helmet? I got speakers on my bike. You drag knee? I drag bag. This thing will absolutely do 140 miles an hour. Well, I don't know, I've never done it before, but I'm sure it can. I do know this. If you're doing a big trip, let's say all your sport bike buddies, they're all like, yo, let's do a trip, let's go, let's do some distance. And you're like, yeah, and then you rope on a Goldwing. When you guys all leave and you're all like, they're all doing wheelies and stuff like that, and you're not really keeping up. They're all like laughing at you. But 20 minutes into the ride, when you're just sitting there, you know, you're like, the ride just started. And these guys are like they've been switching positions for the past 19 minutes. They're switching positions, putting their feet up on the dash and you know, sitting on the back and leaning like this and doing whatever they can just to kind of almost find something that maybe smells like comfort. And you can rock this for 800 miles and you're just like, you guys good? They're like, yeah, we stopped 12 times. You don't stop for nothing. You're riding a Goldwing. So that's why people ride Goldwings. Great story about a Goldwing. I met this guy. He was riding a BMW GS bike at the time. Dude was fast. Old guy, big belly, classic Goldwing rider. Remember this, that's important. He was telling us a story, and I believe it. I absolutely believe, there's no reason for me not to believe it, about how he met up with like 300 sport bikers. There's about 300 sport bikers, and they all had this like forum or something where they were meeting up and they were going to do the Dragon Tail. Tail of the Dragon in Deals Gap. This connects the Georgia and Tennessee border. So he meets up with all these bikers, and like the leader of this biker meetup goes to him and is like, hey, listen, man, but this is not really that type of ride. This guy's riding a Goldwing. This is not really that type of ride. We're kind of sport bike riders, and we're all trying to go fast. And he's like, there's another ride, a bunch of Harley guys, and they're over there. Why don't you go meet up with those guys? And he's like, nah, he's like, that's not my scene. He's like, hey, listen, how about this? I'll start in the back. Grant me two things. I'll start from the back, but if I can pass somebody, let me pass them, right? Now, if you don't know anything about Deals Gap, it's an 11-mile stretch. It's about 300 some turns, and they're all just like, they're all like 15, 20 mile an hour turns, which I'm saying that, not saying that that's how fast they're going on it. They're going way faster than that. But if you saw a sign that said 15 mile an hour turn, that, you know, it's a pretty sharp turn. They're awesome. It's so good. It's the stuff that like sport bike riders are just like dying for. They love turns like that. What's up, Asher? And by the end of the 311 turns, or so many turns, he only had like 6 guys in front of him. And what you had was, you had like 250 guys that all had the same story. Some guy on a Goldwing was passing me on the inside or the outside, throwing sparks. It blew my mind away. And I was like, wow, I want to be that. 1, I want to be that guy. 2, that guy's awesome. 3, Goldwings are awesome. All right, guys, that wraps it up. Remember, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going. We'll see you guys later. If you like that video and you want to see more of them, click on the subscribe button. And if you guys didn't know, we also have a motorcycle dealership, Srkcycles.com. We sell and ship bikes all over the country. We have one of the largest inventories in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, which probably means nothing to you because you probably don't live in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. But we have a decent amount of bikes. So check out the first link on the bottom is the website, Srkcycles, and we'll see you guys later.